Hey, Kobe.
Yeah.
You know what an alien should never do?
I don't know what.
Meet me, because I'm their ultra nightmare. It's such a bad look. How's it going, guys? I'm Barry.
And this is Colby.
And this is Who Watches This. Theme music. What's going on, guys? We are on the third movie of our video game month.
Video games!
I hope you enjoyed last week's episode and hope you watched last week's movie, Oni Chanbara.
Yes, you definitely should have watched it.
I'm still pretty sure I'm not saying that right. Yeah, but this week we watched, well, not really a sequel, more like a reboot.
A reboot, yes, because it's not really a remake.
Right.
And it's, yeah.
It is the straight to DVD version of Doom Annihilation, which was on Netflix.
Yes. Thank you, Netflix, for bringing us this wonderful piece of cinematography.
You know what, though? This is like a step above a Syfy Channel original.
It's, yeah.
Right?
It definitely could be.
Is there anyone that you recognize in this film?
The Doctor.
Oh, is he in any? What is he? What is
he? I recognize him from stuff, but I don't know what.
He's like pretty old. I thought maybe he was like in a bunch of full moon movies, but he sort of just has that look.
That could be too.
No, you know what? He looks
creepy, scientisty man. So yeah, he's
he looks like one of the puppets from Puppet Master. The one with the white hair, the top hat.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot what it... I feel like you do.
Blade?
Yeah, is that his name?
I think so.
You know, I'm surprised. I've been to your house a lot of times. I'm surprised you don't have a full collection of all the puppets from Puppet Master.
I do have Blade. I have a little Blade statue.
You do. But you don't have, like, the other one, the drill head?
Right.
And,
and Pyro, and...
I swear, guys, we will have a full moon month coming soon.
It will be amazing.
But yeah, we watched Doom Annihilation. It came out, I believe, last year. I believe it came out last year.
Yes,
last year. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it wasn't like in movie theaters.
No, I think this was straight to. Maybe it was made for Netflix.
Oh no, it's direct to video.
Or direct to video.
I mean, yeah.
Isn't that what Netflix is now?
I get it. Well, no, but then they come out. They're like Netflix stuff is pretty high budget. Right?
That's true. There's.
I mean, they've had like what's it called? They have like Oscar caliber movies because I believe that one movie with Scarlett Johansson and Adam Driver was a straight to Netflix movie.
Yeah.
And that was an Oscar contender.
Yep.
But it lost to 2019's Bong Joon-ho instant film school classic.
I know. I feel so bad. I still haven't seen it. And like a month before it won, you were like, "This movie was great. You should see it." I guess a month before it was even nominated. And I was like, "I want to see it," and then I didn't. And now it's won an award, so. The hipster in me is like, nope, forget it. Not watching it now.
It's so good.
That's what I did with the stupid
the Avengers
movie. I was like, I gotta see it, and then everybody was like, it's so good. I was like, oh, now I don't even want to see it.
Well, it's like I know it's because you're afraid of the hype, because people hype it up so much. It is good. You know, it is good. I think it would live up to the hype.
Okay.
That's the one thing I would tell you. But we're not talking about Parasite today.
No.
We're talking about the video game movie classic, Doom Annihilation.
Doom Annihilation!
This movie, I think it does a couple of cool things. It has a strong female lead. It's kind of, you know what? They actually switched the roles of Karl Urban and the chick from Gone Girl. I know her name is like Samantha something.
Yes.
But in the original Doom, we have Karl Urban, who is a Marine, and his twin sister, who is a scientist. In this one, we have a strong female protagonist with a Lieutenant Dark and a dude that he's like the great value version of Adam Scott. That's exactly who he looks like as the scientist. And he's kind of like, he's almost like the comedic relief of this film.
Yeah.
But, there's not...
He's a little light,
him and Winslow.
Yep.
Winslow instantly became my favorite.
Is that Australia?
Yeah. But instantly became one of my favorite characters, even though he was like a major pussy in this. Come on, like, for a big Australian guy, he's always the one running away. Which is a bad look on you. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Kobe, what did you think of the film when I first... you watched it, right? I think maybe you watched it before me.
I had not seen... I had seen that it was on Netflix.
Oh, but you hadn't watched it.
And I was interested in it, and then when we started talking about it for this week, I was like, oh, yeah, we should definitely... I want to see it. Because I was a fan of the
original.
Of the original, the Rock and
Karl
Urban.
But that was like The Rock when he was with the Association,
Yeah.
It wasn't The Rock, The Rock after The Rock.
Right. It wasn't friendly Rock.
It
was mean Rock.
The start of The Rock being friendly was when he teamed up with Mankind. And created the Rock and Sock connection.
Oh, that is...
Oh, man. But what did you think about this movie as you saw it on Netflix?
I enjoyed it. I felt it ran more like you were playing the video game. It was like, action scene, let's stop. We'll give you the plot and where we're going to go.
Yeah.
Action scene, let's stop. We'll tell you where we're going to go next.
So like you're going like through checkpoints.
Yes, yeah. This felt more like that than the original. We're not going to try to. I'm not.
Yeah.
I shouldn't just compare it. That's bad. But it was entertaining and like the action scenes were good. Like it was a lot of scientists turned into zombie alien demon monsters.
Were you upset that there wasn't a homage to the video game like the original?
They did have a like a buzzsaw chainsaw scene.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm okay.
Yeah, I remember
the first person shooter thing they did not do that, and I did enjoy that.
Yeah, and if you guys follow hashtag Live Tweet Wednesdays on our Twitter account, you will see that I did mention that they used a chainsaw, which I feel like is, and then I also called it hashtag Phobos Chainsaw Massacre. I actually, I didn't really mind it too much that it wasn't here. It was nice that they had the electric chainsaw on here because it's such a prominent weapon in the Doom series.
Right, absolutely. Like it would be missed if they didn't at least
reference it.
Yeah,
I mean, but they hit all the right notes. They had the chainsaw, and they had the BFG.
The BFG, yeah.
Now, see, like the moment, like as I was watching this film, I was like, well, if they're not gonna have the BFG, it can't be called the Doom movie.
Right. Then it's just.
It's just
alien planet running from zombies movie.
Oh, what did you think about like the
I go with the real original name.
What did you think about all the practical effects that they used?
I'm a practical effect guy, so I loved that it was actually guys in rubber suits.
Yeah, until we got to the actual just the alien demons.
Yeah.
But even then, like that was pretty Power Ranger villainous.
Right. Yeah, no, they saved their budget wad for that last 5 minutes.
And if you do follow our Live Tweet Wednesdays, you can see that I put what are these aliens eating? Super Mario flowers. So I never really played the original Doom game too much. But I felt like this might have been a little bit more closer to the source material than the Rock and the Karl Urban version of Doom.
Yes, and I have not played anything recent
But like from what you remember,
but like I guess like Doom 3 is probably the one that I really played, and that would have been now 15 years ago.
but did that one deal with more of like demons or aliens?
I don't know if they ever really explained it.
Yeah.
It was just you were on a military base on some foreign world.
Yeah.
And you were just hacking, slashing through monsters. We'll just call them monsters.
Oh man! All right, so
well, right, because what the Rock one wasn't it? Wasn't it like
that was a chromosome thing?
Yeah, and if you had the extra chromosome, then you mutated into this next evolution.
Oh well, no, it was
something.
It was the in the original Doom movie with The Rock and Karl Urban. That one it dealt like if they injected the extra chromosome into you, it would depend on like the type of person you were.
Oh yes, right.
So
right.
it was very,
but it was still a genetic mutation.
Yeah,
where this one is much more of
the monsters
possession,
maybe, or like infection. It could be something like that because when we see her go into the Nightcrawler dimension, that's what I call it because I remember Nightcrawler poofs into a hell dimension.
Bamfs.
Or Bamps. There. He has to correct me because he used to own a comic book store. But yeah, and that one, what's it called? Like it seems like there's like a liquid, like a primordial ooze.
Yes.
Or something. It kind of reminded me of a cross of Sauron and the big robot from Thor, the first one. The World Destroyer?
Yeah.
That's exactly what it looked like to me. But yeah, it looks like because of it's this primordial ooze thing, maybe it's like just an infection.
Okay.
That's what it seems. But it also has its own like beings, like, you know, the one with the Mario flower power.
Yes.
Fireballs. And it really did save the budget for that. Oh man, but let's just get into the review. Really, it starts off. Of course, we're in space already. At the beginning, we're in the moon base in Phobos. It's one of the Mars moons.
Yes,
and they're again dealing with teleportation, just like in the original Doom. But in the original Doom, their teleportation was really good already.
Yeah.
Remember, this one is like the very beginning stages of it.
Right. They're practicing the first teleportation.
Yeah.
Where the other one they were already.
They're already like baffing all over the universe.
Right. And it's more of we're gonna protect the teleporter from the demons because we don't want them teleporting to Earth.
To Earth, yeah. But in this one, it's sort of like in the early stages of it. They're testing it on a Marine. Maybe, or something, a test subject, a scientist, who knows. But, like, when they opened it...
somebody who volunteered.
Yeah, someone who volunteered. Consent is very important, people. But when they opened this teleporter, I also put this on Live Tweet Wednesdays. It looked like one of those cheap snake fireworks. You know, the one where, like, you fire and it foams up?
Of all the like I said, the very good practical effects... and the pretty decent special effects, the teleporter was like early 90s CG. Like, to me...
It was pretty bad.
It was the worst part of the movie.
But yeah, but it looked like the snake and sparklers thing.
It totally does, yeah.
And first of all, when I saw that, I was like, dude, I'm not stepping into that.
Right.
It's black, it's like lighting up inside, but... You know, the dude steps into it. He's going to Phobos. But when he steps out of it, everyone's celebrating because, oh my gosh, we teleported somebody from one planet to another. But they don't notice that his body has already transformed into this Power Ranger-esque villain thing. Right,
because I have to assume he slowly transforms after he steps out because... How do they not notice?
Right.
And we're supposed to like these movies. I'm trying not to bash it. I don't know why they wouldn't have a doctor there immediately to check you coming out. just in case.
Well, they did it at the end. Remember, Dr. Khan was like,
yes,
are you
but that was
okay?
the second time. They were like, whoa, we've already lost one person.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have a doctor here this time.
And it would have really fit if the doctor was Jeff Goldblum. #The Fly.
Oh.
Because they use it, they're pretty much using the same science where, like, we're going to deconstruct you and reconstruct you.
Yes.
Which is never a good idea. I don't ever think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I'm like, we all watched The
Fly.
Willy Wonka. You know, you leave 6 foot tall, you arrive at the other place and you're 6 inches tall.
Oh, but yeah, and so obviously this being is detained, but not before it wreaks a little bit of havoc, right?
Right.
Yes. But obviously the doctor doesn't want to quit because, you know, for the most part, the experiment was successful.
Yeah.
It did transfer one being from one place to another. Just kind of fucked up.
Yeah. I don't know. Just the scientific person, like this, the scientist in me, just was like, why? That isn't that like what like a lab pig or a rat or monkey is for? You throw that through first and make sure it comes out okay. You don't.
You mean like the space monkeys that NASA used to
necessarily start with the human subjects, but maybe they did all that, and then they were at this point and they just kind of skipped it in the movie, so you don't know.
I don't think so because like that thing had to travel. Because remember, later on the movie when you see it, it goes into the Banff or the Nightcrawler dimension. It had to go from one pool to another. It seems like
right.
And so, I don't think because I would have started with like an apple, and then like give it a week, see if that apple like mutates. And it's fine.
Right.
Yeah, and then you put like a monkey in. I don't know how those. Maybe a rat. Okay, we'll start with a rat.
A rat. Cockroach, maybe.
Well, that's not fair because
living.
That's not fair because a cockroach can survive anything.
That is true.
But yeah, and so obviously the scientist, he's very optimistic about it. The scientist in Nevada, in the Nevada science station, is like, we should maybe stop this, but obviously the main scientist is like, no, we're making progress. We're not going to stop just because his nails grew. Which isn't true because he was like blue.
And his eyes were bleeding black stuff.
Yeah. And then we cut to a spacecraft coming to Phobos, which is filled with Marines. We get a little bit of backstory on Lieutenant Dark, who's going to be our main protagonist. Right. Strong female lead. She has flashbacks of her mother dying. It's very Peter Quill right now.
Right.
But instead of like music, it's like religion. And so she gets a cross from her mother. But she wakes up, she goes to the mess hall, she tries to eat with the crew, but obviously there's some tensions with the crew.
Yes.
Where they mean girls her out of there. But this is where we find out that Bennett, who is the scientist who's going to Phobos as like it's a part of his job, is going. But for Lieutenant Dark and Marines, going to Phobos is sort of like the shit.
Right, it's the
shit job.
We're putting you in Antarctica because
you fucked up. Yeah, we can't kick you out, but we're gonna put you as far away from us as we possibly can.
Yeah.
And so at this point, you don't know why the team doesn't like Lieutenant Dark. It's obvious that maybe she had done something to cause them to be here, and that's why they're upset with her.
Yes.
Right. And so during the briefing, Winslow, who is our Australian comedic relief.
Right. And like you said, yes, he's a top character.
He's like, I don't want to be here with her, this and that. But, the chief is like, we'll deal with it, we succeed as a unit and we fail as a unit.
Right.
Just something that a good leader would say.
Yep, and definitely is like, hey, this is the chain of command, and she is still your superior, so you still have to do what she says.
Oh yeah, because she is a lieutenant. We get the sort of almost the Randy Quaid like pilot, who as they're waking up, he's like, oh, I went through all your things. The Asian girl that's in there, she's like, he took my lucky underwear. Just like a weird thing to bring, but whatever.
I guess everybody's got to have something lucky. I remember I was in high school and I was on a swim team, and we had like...
Oh, but that's like sports superstition, though, right?
Yes.
You had lucky Speedos?
Yeah, and we had somebody on the team who had been swimming for forever, and he was like competitive quality swimmer, and he had like a Speedo that like...
Gross.
Wasn't holding anything in anymore. And he would wear it underneath his school uniform Speedo because it was a lucky Speedo.
Oh, just like Michael Jordan wearing his North Carolina shorts under his Bulls shorts.
Yes, yeah.
So yeah, you know, it's a very sports memorabilia. So maybe it's not for getting it. Maybe it's for surviving. I don't know.
Right, like she went on a mission. She crapped herself in those underwear, and then she survived. Washed them.
Henceforth, lucky underwear.
Yep. I survived the unsurvivable wearing this underwear, so.
It's still with the original skid marks.
yeah, maybe not washed.
Oh man, but I think I'm pretty sure at this point, so the doctor, Dr. B, he says we don't need to find another test subject. I will be the test subject. So again, right?
Yes.
But of course, in plot moving forward action, the space station haywires as the teleporters open.
Right. And it's a weird timeline because they're like, this is 6 months later because it took them 6 or 4 months for the ship to get there. And then just 10 minutes before they land, that's when the doctor decides, let's do the experiment again with me.
Yeah. Yeah, and so obviously, what's it called? Everyone's freaking out in the station because like the power's going out, and all of a sudden something steps out and kills a whole bunch of people.
Right. Off camera.
Off camera, you know, save some money. Come on, guys, we don't have a big budget.
Yeah, and we got to keep the mystery.
But yeah, so as this is going on, the space shuttle that's going to Phobos, they're briefing, and Bennett says like, oh yeah, you know, we should be careful, blah blah blah, and says that yes, we built a space station in an unstable environment where we don't have to worry about the nuclear core that's in the building, but the actual core of the planet.
Yeah, because apparently Phobos is the least stable moon in the galaxy.
So why build there? You know? Oh wait, because the teleporter is there.
Which makes you think, how did they find that teleporter buried in caverns on Phobos?
Right.
But
maybe it has a signature, like a radiation signature,
or they sent something from the.
And
that's how they knew it worked.
Oh, okay. Because
they sent something from Earth to Phobos.
Oh, like to see where it would end up.
And then they got the signal, and they're like, "Oh, now we can follow it to where it comes out."
Oh, okay.
See, little plot points that if they threw in there would make it a little clearer.
We're giving this movie so much credit. Oh man, no, but yeah, and so everyone's like upset that they're going to this unstable moon, and so before, like, as they're landing, they're trying Randy Quaid, a great value version of Randy Quaid, is asking for entry because, you know, they land the plane, or the space shuttle, and, you know, these people have to get in, obviously, but they're not getting any signal, and then all of a sudden they get a distress signal, which offers the only audio that it offers is a beast growling and people screaming.
But not even so much people screaming, mostly just the beast growling.
Which
it's very like unclear of what it could possibly be if you didn't just watch the scene before.
but I think a space station having its communications down and then a distress signal that has nothing but beast sound audio should already tell you, oh, the space station is done for. Let's just go.
Right.
But obviously Bennett, who's done his due diligence, has looked at the schematics of the actual space station and said that there is an emergency hatch door that they can enter through.
Right.
Right.
Right, because the computer or the ship also has an AI.
Yeah, Daisy.
And then they have had Daisy try to communicate with the AI for the station, and she is unable to, and then she's unable to open to make connection to be able to open any of the other doors on the station.
Yeah, except for this emergency hatch.
Except for the emergency hatch, which is more manual.
Yeah.
So it's, yeah.
But, Daisy, HAL, Space Odyssey 3000, I don't know.
I'm not saying
I gotta start speeding up through this. But, and so, I actually like the set design for the film because it, like you said, it made it feel like a video game where they're going through just like corridor after corridor, looking through things. Obviously, the team splits up because they need to cover as much ground as possible.
Right, because so one team is going to the reactor to try to
restart it,
and then one team is going to the computer to reboot it.
At this point, Bennett says, "Oh, we only have 2% of life support left."
Right.
And so, if you see my tweet for that, I said #speedrun. Because he says 2% means we only have 90 minutes left.
Yeah.
And so, the team splits up. What's it called? Obviously, Winslow doesn't want to get paired with Lieutenant Dark, but he has no choice because the chief is like, sack up. Pretty much. And so as they're exploring as we were moving forward with this movie, they're exploring. We get one of the first reveals of someone dying, which is a Marine who's had its like throat ripped out.
Yeah, basically decapitated.
Decapitated. It is decapitated. And then with the Chiefs team, they're exploring like the garden area. They have to go through the garden to get to the computer room to reboot the whole system.
Right.
And this is sort of where everything, like, the shit hits the fan. Again, check out the live tweets. Because I said, as a fellow Asian, Soldier Lee shouldn't be going checking noises by herself in the dark. But yeah, this is where we get the first, this is where all the shit hits the fan. Pretty awesome though. We get, like, they go through the realization that the demons that they've been fighting in this movie have been people from the station.
Right, because once they've killed a couple, they see that they've had badges and they have
like wearing clothes.
Wearing like the clothes from the uniforms and stuff.
It's funny though because like during this whole thing, Winslow's like, it's fucking aliens, man. And they're like, one of the guy, I think his name was Harry, was like, in no recorded time that has there been any evidence of extraterrestrial life. I'm like, dude, you're like traveling in space. There's this ancient artifact on some unstable moon. You're gonna tell me you don't believe in aliens,
right?
And so after like sort of they regroup. At this point, we've lost countless characters. Of course, before the mission started, the chief sends an audio file to his wife. Which was an obvious, like, red herring, like, this guy's gonna die. Hashtag one day till retirement.
Yeah, he's like, once I get this team settled in, I'm retiring and coming home.
Which is, like, basically the, what's it called? The horror movie version of I'll Be Back.
Right. It's everyone who's like, I wrote this note. Could you give it to my girlfriend if I don't make it? That means you're immediately going to die.
Yeah. But, he does close off the section of where a lot of, a good amount of aliens were.
Right.
So they couldn't get to them. So at this point, they're only stuck with being able to reboot the nuclear reactor, hoping it's going to power up the station and the life support system.
Right. Because once they get the reactor back on, then they don't have to worry about the time.
Yeah.
Life support running out.
Yeah.
And they can then take their time to get the computer to boot it.
But Lieutenant Dark does press Bennett because she wants to know, hey, like, what are you guys planning? You're not telling me something. And he's like, oh, Dr. B has found evidence of aliens. And the look on Winslow's face is priceless. Yeah. Hilarious, because he's like, I fucking knew it, man. I knew it was fucking aliens. Somehow, like, during this whole middle part of the movie, I'm skipping a lot, trying to save time, guys. They find Dr. B in a hallway. Right. Which, like, should already send red flags all over the place.
Yeah, and then they find the chaplain.
That, like, the chaplain, yeah, pretty much the priest or the reverend. They find, like, one of the nurses. Yeah. And so Lieutenant Dark is like, no, we have to go back to this ship. Everything that you're doing, fuck it. Because, you know, it's going to be useless if we're all dead. Yep. So we go back to the ship. This is where we find out that Daisy has now become Hal from Space Odyssey 3000. Right. Because it is possessed.
Right. Just like the people who were all possessed, they have also now possessed the ship.
Which is super, like, what? These ancient beings are also technologically adept. I mean, I guess they did build the transporters.
We'll get to that when we get to that.
Yeah. And so they get back to the ship. What's it called? Of course, Great Value Randy Quaid is dead because a space monster or a demon has all of a sudden just materialized behind him and kills him. Yes. I believe
you have to assume that Daisy let it on.
I think it can teleport.
Or maybe they can teleport.
Because it's just popping out of nowhere.
Yeah. They pop out of nowhere a lot.
Yeah. The Reverend, who is a badass for 30 seconds, does say, like, oh, I don't think it's alien, it's demons. And then again, Winslow's face is just priceless. You gotta really watch this guy's facial.
Yeah. Yeah, he's the best. The best actor, probably. Probably the most realistic actor, because that's the face you would actually have if somebody was like, well, these are demons. You'd be like, what the hell?
Oh, man. But yeah, so they get back to the ship. Everyone's trying to settle back in. Obviously, they can't because, you know, Randy Quaid is dead. Yep. And, like, there's this demon that's spitting out fucking fireballs all over the place.
Right, and Daisy's being all cryptic and being, like, sassy.
Yeah. What's it called? The Indian version of John Krasinski gets disemboweled. And so they run back into
I really liked him, too. He was one of the characters they developed well, and then they killed him off screen and just watch his guts fall.
Yeah. Well, and then he falls down. Yeah, you know. But, yeah, so as... what's it called? Winslow runs away as the French chick is, like, getting pressed by the other alien. Lieutenant Dark does end up...
With just a nope. He's like, the alien's coming and the French girl's getting... And he's just like, nope. And turns it and books it.
Well, because, like, you know, yeah, like, he's like the realest one in here, you know? He's not Mr. Gung-Ho, I'm gonna kill these aliens. No, he's gonna be the first one out. Yep. But he always ends up redeeming himself.
He does. Yep.
Oh, man. But, I mean, like, the most badass one in this whole crew is obviously Lieutenant Dark. Right. Because earlier, and you know, when they're exploring the ship, Winslow bounces. She's, like, just dual pistoling her way through this level.
Right, and for some reason, the pistols do much more damage than the machine guns that they have.
It's because they're not aiming for the head.
That's a possibility.
Doesn't matter who you are, headshot's a headshot.
And they have the super shotgun that they use 2 shots with, but both of them miss their target, so it's slightly unimpressive.
I always feel like a double barrel shotgun in this like situation is not going to do that well.
Unless you were in last week's movie where the double barreled shotgun has unlimited ammo.
Well, that's only when the Game Shark is in. But they figure that they can't stay on the ship, you know, because obviously the life support's gonna run out. Even if they wait for a mission briefing to not hear back from them, by the time that they do and send out a rescue party, they're gonna be dead. Right. And so they have to make their way to the nuclear reactor. Lieutenant Dark lies to Dr. B, saying that we're gonna try the transporter once again. But really, she just wants to start the nuclear reactor to stabilize whatever she has to stabilize and open communications.
Yeah.
And so they head to the nuclear reactor. They're starting it up. You know, Bennett is doing his nerd thing. Trying to explain it to the French girl. She's like, just shut the fuck up and do it.
And it's the nuclear reactor that's just open to the air. And it's just like, let's turn it on. It turns on. And the beam of, like, nuclear power just shoots up into the generator.
I know. I think I was going to put, like, where's my hazmat suit? But as they're trying to start this, Dr. B starts to reveal himself a little too soon.
Right?
Which was like a weird time to do it. I feel like he would have done it after he betrayed them. But he's like shit-talking Lieutenant Dark this whole time. She's like, oh, you know, your team is like...
It was like the weird, like, we never explained why everybody hates Dark and why she's a traitor. So we'll have the doctor say that he knew that she was coming and explain her story.
Like right there?
Right there. Yeah, it's
I think
awkward.
It would have been better towards, like, their final fight together.
Right.
Where, like, you know, your team is dead, but I want to let you know that your chief called you a treasonous, like, whore. Everyone didn't want to work with you. They wanted to transfer out. Type of thing. I feel like that might have had more impact.
Right.
And it would have...
Now they're all dead and it's your fault and they didn't want to be here anyway.
And it's your fault that they were here to begin with. Yeah. See? So I feel like it was sort of misplaced. But as soon as they start the nuclear reactor, we get the Power Ranger villains coming in with the fireballs. Dr. B stabs the nurse that was helping her. Obviously, she trusted him way too much. I would have been way more suspicious. She must have grew up in a white neighborhood. But yeah, and so the only people that really survived this is Lieutenant Dark and Bennett.
Yep.
But, you know, before she dies, she gives him the access code or the access key card for the secret lab on the secret on the secret base in the secret moon. I don't...
The mysterious mystery 4th level. Because they only knew about 3 levels.
Layers, man. This movie's all about layers.
Oh, yeah. It's like an onion. It made me cry.
And so as they're gearing up, they're prepared to get to the elevator to the secret lab. Obviously, the final boss weapon is right next to this final boss area.
Right, because now they're on the secret level, so it's where the high-tech military secrets are all hidden.
Yeah. And so this is where, like, she gears up. She's like, oh, you know, it's the BFG 9000. You know, oh, and there's plasma grenades. Wow, the military has really been holding out on us. She says that all the Marines don't call it the BFG 9000, though they call it the big fucking gun. Which, like, I think, like, the original BFG from the Rock one is a little bit more, the size-wise is more reasonable.
Yeah.
This one is just huge. It looks like it weighs about 50 to 60 pounds.
Right, it's like her leg.
You know, but it's cool, you know, she explains it, like, the only reason that, like, oh, Bennett's like, is that a fucking ray gun?
Right.
And, like, you know, he's like, how come this is not a standard issue? She's like, oh, because there's, like, a charge time.
Yeah, so it gives a little explanation why it's not an actively used weapon.
But it's pretty much the golden gun from the GoldenEye.
Yeah.
Because it's a one-shot kill, right? But it takes 10 seconds to charge.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and so as they're making their way to the elevator, they talk about the time that they dated for the first time. She's like, hey, you used to be so scared of elevators. He's like, I'm still scared of elevators. Elevator opens up, and then the Power Ranger villain gets him, and now he's just dead. Which is a really shitty way to go out.
Yeah.
And so she makes her way downstairs after defeating the hallway zombies, demon aliens.
Right.
And the other...
Because she's got to show you how the BFG works.
And it's a one-shot kill. Super awesome. She makes her way downstairs to the secret lab. She sees that the lab is just laced with dead bodies.
Yeah.
All dead bodies. And then, for some reason, instead of shooting this professor right away, she's like, step down, like, stop what you're doing.
Yeah, we'll go military police, and I will arrest you at this point.
No, it's too late. Just shoot him. Like, like, this is why I like John Wick so much, because there's no big speech. He just shoots that Russian kid that killed his dog. But obviously, this is the sort of like a sad part for Lieutenant Dark, because now Bennett has become infected with this secret ooze, or ancient ooze, and so she has to kill Bennett, which is, probably a sad moment for her.
Right, because they just kind of started bonding,
or like reacquainting themselves.
Yeah,
and obviously tragedy makes everybody horny.
It's true.
That's why Will Ferrell was a funeral crasher in Wedding Crashers. Oh man! But and then now we sort of get the final standoff between Dr. B and Lieutenant Dark. Lieutenant Dark does shoot Dr. B, but she's like, "You can't kill anything. You can't kill me because I'm already dead."
Yeah.
And then Force pushes her into the teleporter. And then this is where we find out that she bamps into this Nightcrawler-esque dimension, because it is not instantaneous. She is not being deconstructed and reconstructed somewhere. She's actually walking from one point to another.
Yeah.
And then in this point, what's it called? She's walking. She sees that there's all these those creatures, and then this ancient primordial ooze pops up, looking like the creature from Thor, the World Destroyer, and he does his big villain speech, because apparently, no matter how old you are, you still have to tell your...
Right, and I like that it's subtitled in English.
Yeah, because he's speaking ancient Sumerian.
Yes.
Or a version of ancient Sumerian.
With slight dialect.
But then he also, he tells you that, he's humans were parasites onto the universe, and that we should have killed you when we had the chance.
Right, because the Earth was theirs first, and then once they made these transporters and left Earth, then we basically took over, and somehow their transporters stopped working. They got stuck in this intermittent dimension.
Because God happened. Religion happened. I don't know.
Possibly, yeah.
But as she's making this speech, she hits him right in this open crevice with the big fucking gun. And then he explodes. So I don't know if he's dead, or if he's just, he has to recoup like the T-1000.
Right, because she kind of liquefies, but...
He was from liquid form in the beginning.
Beginning, yeah.
And so all these things are starting to attack her. She starts to somehow know where to go.
Right, because she has a flashback to the dream she had at the beginning of the movie, when she was waking up of her mother's death, and her mother told her about...
That I will always be with you,
and then there was flashes of this.
Well, the flashes happened when one of the ancient alien things was trying to suck her soul.
Right. That's right.
We skipped that part. Sorry, we're doing this for time, guys, to bring you hopefully more content. But yeah, so she knows where to go. She jumps over this crevice, and then the thing opens up, because she has the key card that for some reason just works in this dimension, because that's a technology that opens up these transporters.
Right.
And in the most badass way, she throws the plasma grenades as she's falling back into this teleporter.
Yeah.
So obviously, the plasma grenades do some damage, but she makes it out of the teleporter, and the teleporter shuts down. At this point, Dr. Khan, who is the research scientist in the Nevada lab,
yeah,
is oh, are you okay? You might be disoriented because we reconstructed and we're deconstructed.
Right. He's we were expecting the doctor to come through, and then you came through, so is the doctor still on his way?
Yeah, but at this point, she's this is a military operation now. We need to shut this down. And then, of course, they trank her.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, the transporter opens on itself, and then we cut to black.
Yeah, you get the credits start to roll as you hear the demonic groans from the distress call at the beginning again.
And so, well, one thing I had an issue is obviously she's she might be disoriented, but she's still intact. They could have listened to her. You know, if someone comes out saying something is wrong, maybe you should take it to an account. You know, it's not gonna help you. It's not gonna hurt you if you shut it down.
Right.
Oh, Kobe. And then we get to the end of the film. That's really just the end of the film, which I kind of like. It just cuts to black, and there's no happy ending, because no one ever wins.
And it leaves it open for another sequel, or for your imagination to fill in the blanks. Yeah. Right. So I like it when movies do that.
Yeah. Oh, Kobe. What were your favorite parts of the film?
I wish they would have developed some of the characters a little bit better, but the Indian guy, I liked him. And they started to develop him, like I said, and then he got this jip of a kill where he was off screen and then his guts just fell. I loved Australia. It was a lot of characters that they introduced, and then a lot of them didn't really get developed, so it was kind of people you wanted to see a little bit more of, but it's okay. But yeah, I loved the one-liners, the black guy's right before he gets killed, he's like, "I'm your ultra nightmare,"
and then he gets killed.
And then he gets killed immediately.
I like the what's it called, where the chief was he has this double barrel shotgun, and he's "You got your toys," and he cocks it. "I got mine." It's pretty corny dialogue, but it's just fun. It's campy. Right.
Yeah. Oh, it was a lot of camp.
Did you have a favorite kill?
I don't know.
Mine was the throat ripping. It was pretty savage.
Yeah.
You know what? I think that's what was missing from this movie is we didn't get a lot of creative kills or anything, or a lot of the kills were a little off screen, or a little too bland.
It was got pushed over by one zombie demon thing, and then 6 of them jumped on. Yeah. But there was no ripping and tearing. It was just 6 of them on, and then you just assume it's dead.
Yeah. Or what's it called? I thought the way Winslow died was kind of weak because he got hit with a fireball. But then again, I've never been hit with a fireball, so I don't know how bad I would be off.
And it was the fireball didn't rip him up or anything. It was just it knocked him over, and then it was and then he's dead.
Oh, so maybe he wasn't dead.
Because the same thing happened with the preacher. Yeah.
Yeah, but he had already gotten stabbed or something, and he was still sort of alive. Maybe Lieutenant Dark just left him because he was such an ass. No, she wouldn't leave anybody behind. That's not a Marine. Oh, man. Yeah, what's it called? I did like a lot of the costume designs. I like the set design of the film because even the nuclear reactor looked like it could be. It was like a stage in the video game.
Oh, totally.
Right.
And the way that they would run through these corridors, and then they got to the garden where they had this big open area that they had to get through to get back into a corridor. Yeah. Where it was why would that corridor not just go straight through? But yeah, so it very much was video game design.
Yeah. And then the Guardian was a maze-like almost.
Yeah.
I also put on our Twitter is wondering if anyone was growing that ganja so you could be space high. I wonder if you can smoke pot in space. I mean, they always show marine, there always video games where they're showing space marines smoking a cigar. So yeah. I wonder if you could, smoke a little J.
I'm sure you could.
Oh man, I don't know. What's it called? The only thing I was a little bit disappointed by was the final fight with the ancient Sumerian speaking Thor creature. Because he didn't he lit up his little core thing, and I thought he would at least do a head laser, or what's it called, Hela from Thor Ragnarok, where he would throw spear
yeah.
That I think that was sort of the letdown of the film, that we didn't really get this epic boss fight like we did with Karl Urban and The Rock.
Yeah. I mean, they at least could have had two people make it into that area, and then one of them could have sacrificed himself and pushed
fighting
to let her Dark get out the exit or whatever.
Right, because I also don't think she should have made that jump. That was a pretty huge crevice.
Right.
So I think that's probably the only thing that was a letdown for this film. Obviously, the acting isn't like gonna be top tier, guys. But this is
I know what you mean.
Oh man, Erica, no. The best actor in this film was Winslow.
Yeah,
because like they gave no emotional weight to the chief dying. Like only Lieutenant Dark was upset about it or tried to stop it. There was like like you said, there wasn't enough character development to really care about the other characters.
Yeah, and at least I mean they could have at least picked a few of them, and then you have like these are our red shirts, and then these are the yellow shirts, and these are the blue shirts, and it's you kind of go through it that way, but it was pretty much it's like everybody. We have Dark and the scientist,
Bennett and Dr. B,
and then everybody else is wearing a red shirt.
Yeah, so this is not the perfect movie, but this is a pretty fun watch.
Yeah,
it
was entertaining. It's got a decent pace. There's not really any boring spots.
Yeah. So there's a lot of good things going for this movie. I feel like the practical effects was good. The pacing of the film was pretty decent. It doesn't run too long. It's like an hour and 38 minutes. Mm-hmm. Probably before credits, it's like 100, maybe like an hour and 33 minutes.
Right.
So it's a pretty short film to watch. I feel like they give you little Easter eggs like with the chainsaw.
Yeah, I was gonna say they give you enough nods to the game to kind of keep
the corridors. The set design was awesome. So this,
there were some things I was kind of like looking into it. There was a couple things where like people's like name badges that were dead were names of like characters from the game.
Oh, see?
To kind of like for like the hardcore fans, like things I didn't notice or didn't remember.
Yeah, but just like little subtle nods. So like it's fun that they put like a lot of thought into this film, even though they didn't have like the biggest budget. But there's like a lot of fun things like with like Daisy becoming possessed. That was like it's always scary. But I also feel like this movie takes a little bit too from what's it called? Dead Space. The video game. Oh, Dead Space. I feel like Dead Space is taking a lot of things from a lot of things, but this also feels like a Dead Space type of game.
Yeah. There's definitely some homages, I guess, to like Aliens, like when like the Aliens trilogy, or I guess what's it, 8 movies or whatever there is, but like to those movies, like there's a lot of that where you can kind of feel where it's like, the director liked those movies obviously because this feels like that.
The only thing that was missing was a flamethrower. We didn't get any flamethrower action.
Right.
Which I feel like every station is equipped with a flamethrower.
It has to be.
Oh, Kobe. So we're gonna go to our ratings now. If you guys haven't, this is your first episode, I want to let you know the rating system. It's going to be Stream It, DVD It, Blu-ray It, and Ultimate Collection. Which in this situation, Ultimate Collection would include the Karl Urban and The Rock. No, that's unfair.
That's gonna say it. That's a weird because like I would definitely watch this again if it was on. I wouldn't change the station. I don't know if I would like necessarily go out of my way to find it to watch it, so it may possibly be like in the stream category.
Oh yeah.
But if they had like a box set where like with this and then like the first, even though that one's also not the greatest movie, I would love to.
It is a fun watch.
I would definitely pick this up if it came with that one.
Yeah, these movies, guys, are definitely not going to win any awards, but they are a ton of fun. Like if like I said, if the Ultimate Box Collection came in the case that they always put the BFG in, super awesome. But as a standalone film, I'd DVD it. I'd actually DVD it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was really.
On the fence?
I was on the fence. If this wasn't so easily available on Netflix, I probably would DVD it.
Yeah.
If I had to like search for it. But being right there on Netflix, like that's.
Well, no, it's because like downstairs somewhere in the box, I have the Doom DVD. So just to complete the collection,
right,
I would get the Doom Annihilation.
Yeah, it's like you have to.
But yeah, it's definitely I do really miss that. I am really sad that they didn't do the first person shooter a homage.
Right.
Because it's always fun. It's not gonna be the greatest thing, but I remember watching the original Doom in theaters and thinking that was the coolest part.
And they had the option, because there's a couple times where they show the view through the helmet, where you can kind of see like where they're like tracking the path and stuff, but then there's no fight through it, so it's like they had the ability to do it, but then they just kind of dropped the ball.
Maybe they didn't want to do it because it was going to be too derivative. But I mean, come on, guys. This film is what it is, you know.
Right.
So you might as well just have I feel like if I was a director and I knew I was doing this film, I was like, you know what, we're just gonna have fun and just put as much cool shit in it as I think.
And that's what you gotta do.
Yeah, because we also didn't get enough chainsaw action. We got maybe one fight scene with the chainsaw.
Yeah, it's really just like one zombie demon thing gets killed, and that's
which is kind of sad, And the only thing we're missing too is sort of the worm monster from the original, because these are all pretty much just almost like humanoid like ish beings.
And I mean, like they play it in the movie where they're like basically getting possessed and then transforming. So I mean, it works that way where the other one was like a lot more mutations.
Yeah. And so I think they kind of dropped the ball. But I mean, like I said, guys, I would DVD this. It's a fun watch. Yeah. Don't expect anything great, but if you just want to watch have a couple beers.
Right, yeah, this would be definitely a movie with a drink.
Yeah, or even just background noise.
And then MST3K it.
Oh, man. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode this week. Stay tuned for next week's episode, which is going to finish off our video game month.
Yep.
All right.
And it's the topper.
So I hope you guys enjoyed it. My name is Barry.
And this is Colby.
And this is Who Watches This. If you want to check out the person who made our theme music, it is Lee Rosevere, called Arcade Montage. You can check out her Bandcamp down below.
Thank you.